What is up guys, JayFerGaming here, welcome back to my F1 2016 career mode. This is Season 3, the American Grand Prix, so we're really close to the end of the season here. We are looking forward to next season, but of course we have 4 more races to go, and we're looking pretty good in the driver's standings as you can see there. Things are looking good overall, especially with the team. Just looking to try and win the title next season, but if you're new to my channel, hit subscribe and go and check out the previous races if you missed any. But we do get an update in regards of R&D from our engineer. It's absolutely pointless really. I mean, we've seized R&D, so we can't improve this season, even though I keep getting reminded about it. But Red Bull have made an improvement. Actually, quite a few teams have made some upgrades. Haas, for their home Grand Prix, have a couple. They could really do with them because they haven't scored any points in a couple of seasons now. It's been a long time. Red Bull have 1 and Mercedes have 2 as well, so that's definitely going to close things up in like the higher midfield, which I'd class ourselves as being in. But the battle between myself and my teammate really heating up. I really want to win this. I wouldn't mind becoming like #1 driver or an offer from a decent team. That would be pretty cool. But in the vehicle performance, you can see Renault's still ahead. They're probably going to win both titles this season. I feel like I've built them up for that, so hopefully we can challenge them next season. That would be our main goal. We're in the top 3, which is pretty good. Recent form, it's been alright. Last time out was a pretty controversial race. Quite a lot of contact. I'd recommend you check that out. But let's get to qualifying.
Time for today's qualifying session to begin here in the United States. Welcome to the Circuit of the Americas.
So, as per usual, we join us on our final lap here. We are currently in P15. Not a strong session so far. I'm not very good at the first lap. Some could say that I'm not very good at the second lap either, but I really need to improve my qualifying performance, especially next season, where we're hopefully challenging for pole positions. But this time we're around 7/10 up, but we have a really shoddy final corner, getting on the curb. Oh, that's just ruined the lap, I've got to say. We end up in P12, and looking at that, I was half a second off Nico Hulkenberg, my teammate, so I don't think I would have gained any more positions anyway, but it shows that the Force India doesn't look to be working very well around the COTA circuit here. So P11, P12 for the Force India. It means we get a free choice of tyre, but I've actually just realised Lewis Hamilton is on pole by 38 seconds. I mean, a 57-second lap around here. He's hacked the game. Broken F1. That's the only way he was going to get pole position. It's unbelievable because the Mercedes really isn't that quick in this season. And oh, he's missed out the second sector, so he teleported to sector 3. Lewis, I'm not a fan of Lewis Hamilton. Oh, I knew he had this in him. It's just unacceptable. No wonder Rosberg left F1, but Hamilton has pole. Let's look forward to the race, the American Grand Prix. So here we are, it is race day. There does seem to be quite a lot of grey clouds in the sky, but it seems like it's just going to be a cloudy weather forecast for this race. And I've been recommended to do a 1-stop, and that looks pretty good to me. Starting on the softs, going on to the mediums. I do prefer to start on the mid tyre for these Grand Prix now. I feel like the slow tyre is just too slow, especially at the start of the race. But we have to make up positions, and that's what we'll be looking to do as we build up to the American Grand Prix. Starting on the softs, 5 lights, and away we go. Hulkenberg gets a fantastic start on the same compound as us. Vettel doesn't get a great start, so we'll be looking to go up the inside into the very tricky uphill braking for turn 1, up the inside of Palmer here. Our teammates on the outside, and there's always contact on the exit here, and this time it's the 2 Mercedes come to blows. Hamilton has taken out Rosberg. Last season it was the 2 Red Bulls, and we've got ourselves up to P6. That's been a brilliant start. We just avoided all the contact and made our way through all the gaps, and how we've gained 6 positions I don't know, but as we get onto the DRS straight, Hamilton is very slow. Magnussen breezes past. We can have a shot here as well. Hamilton started on pole even though it was a glitched lap, but he's already lost 5 positions. I didn't expect the Mercedes to be this slow. Absolutely incredible how far he's dropped back, and I don't even know if he's got a problem. The engineer hasn't told me anything, but he had very little straight line speed there, but hey, I'll give him a position. I feel bad, so I just go totally wide there. Yeah, I was in gear 3 there. I think for that corner for the rest of the race, I should have been going in gear 2, but I was going in gear 3. But we dropped back behind the Mercedes, but still, it's been a brilliant start. We can be very happy with that. And we skipped to lap 3 here, trying to close in on the back of Hamilton. Hamilton is really dropping off the back of Magnussen, so which shows he doesn't have great pace. We're on the soft compound, so to show we're keeping up with the Mercedes, it shows we have decent pace. So we absolutely breezed past him there. Wow, nice straight line speed Mercedes. How different it is compared to real life. And there we go, up to P5. Trying to catch up to the cars ahead is a group of Magnussen, I think Harry Anto and someone else. But coming to the end of lap 6, a few cars did pit on the previous lap. And behind me, I think was Hamilton, did close up to the back of me once again. But he's coming into the pits. And now I think it's the 2 Ferraris who will be looking to put me under pressure. Harry Anto stays out as well. So these super softs can go around 7-8 laps, I think, including qualifying. But we'll still be looking to go for one stop. Try not to oversteer too much there. But yeah, we are starting to struggle on these tyres. Our pace, the last couple of laps, hasn't been too great. But we will be looking to take the lead here. Yes, we do. And my teammate's actually closed in on me, which has been kind of surprised. He was quite far back earlier on, and he's going for the move into turn 1. He gets the move done. We try and hang around the outside if we can, but I don't think that's going to work. So we slot in behind him. So I am trying to just stick with Hulkenberg, get close enough in the DRS zone, because I always say this around this track, I'm best in the first sector. I think it's a wheel thing. It might just be me and my precise driving style. But my pace is always very good in the first sector. Final sector is pretty awful. But with DRS here in the middle sector, we do have the pace to close in on Hulkenberg. We're going to go for the move into the braking zone. We do lock up. We force him a little bit wide. But we get the move done. We don't want to be battling too hard. Otherwise, we're going to lose our advantage. So it's myself, Hulkenberg and Kvyat. Looks like we're going for the one-stop strategy. And the cars behind are going for 2 stops. The ones that have already pitted. So we get a horrific exit off the final corner there. We're squeezing Hulkenberg to the inside to make it a little bit more difficult for him, but he still gets the move done. Can we fight back this time? I don't think we're going to have the grip. No, Hulkenberg moves across us once again, so it could be a similar scenario to the previous lap. Just follow Hulkenberg and maybe get DRS. I see there's an incident behind us, and it involved Max Verstappen here with Valtteri Bottas. So Verstappen gets the move done, and he moves across in front of Bottas into the first corner. He's having none of this, the Dutchman. He just stops. I know the replay has stopped, but he actually did just stop in the middle of the track. Bottas didn't move either. So strange AI behaviour once again. At the end of lap 12, we're coming into the pits for hopefully our one and only pit stop. We get the car slowed down. Ricciardo's in with us. And he's been on 2 sets of super softs, and he's gone on to super softs again, which means he is definitely going for a 3-stop strategy. That is very strange. But we will hopefully get the undercut on Hulkenberg. Kvyat follows us in, which shows he's going for the same strategy as us. So a very strategy calls within the field. So Red Bull are going for 3 stops, so we're going for 1 stop. That seems like a ludicrous decision, I've got to say. Surely 2 stops the way to go, but yeah. So lap 16 here. Hamilton coming out the pits. He's going to join close to me and Kvyat. How close is it? It's going to be very close looking at the proximity arrow. That looked very close at the time, but as I look at the replay, it wasn't as close as expected. I mean, I thought at the time that I chopped across Hamilton. They get very close coming out the pits into turn 1, but he slots in between myself and Kvyat. He's on the soft compound tyres, so he will be putting us under pressure. Or will he? Yellow flags are out. Lewis Hamilton is out of the race, so he cheated in qualifying. But now, as he was putting us under pressure, his engine has blown. Classic career mode retirement. And he is out the race. Mercedes just not performing well at all. And just to mix things up, the virtual safety car is out. And I was thinking these mediums are absolutely horrible. My pace is horrific. I'm going to take a strategic gamble here. I'm going to come into the pits once again. So we're going to lose track position, but we're going to be on fresher, better tyres. I'm going to go for the soft compound tyres. I'm not sure if they can last 12 laps, but I'd rather have better pace so I could actually fight, because I was just dropping back into the hands of Kvyat. We were on the same compound. I had no grip on the mediums, even in the early laps, so we have profited a little bit from the virtual safety car. Obviously, we'll lose a bit of time with making the extra pit stop, but I think it should help us in the end. Now we skip to lap 18. Ahead of us, Haryanto is putting Verstappen under pressure. Like, the Verstappen just doesn't seem that quick either. I don't know what's happening with some of these cars. Verstappen's gone wide. He's got no momentum. We've got the momentum here. We're going to try and hang it around the outside. Can we get it done? I think we've got fresher tyres as well. No, we can't. Verstappen stays ahead of us, but a dive bomb, it had to happen here, of course. It's a prime opportunity for overtaking, for that dive bomb move. There we go, up to P8. And we're following Haryanto through as Magnussen sets the fastest lap of the race. Of course, he's in the lead and dominating as per usual. To lap 21 now, and we are seriously closing in the medium compound runners. Hulkenberg and Kvyat just don't have the pace. Haryanto is right on the back of them. They haven't been battling that hard either. The mediums just don't seem to be working at all. We have the two Red Bulls behind us putting us under pressure, so we have a bit of a battle here, and this is for the final podium position, so I didn't think I'd be this high up, but yeah, things are working out very well. The strategic call seems to be working at the moment. The problem we might have is tyre wear at the end of the race, but let's wait and see what happens. So, on to lap 22 now. Kvyat has been overtaken by Haryanto, and someone's coming out the pits just to mix it up. It's Kimi Räikkönen, and he's on the super soft tyres, so we have a huge variation of strategies in this train. There's 7 cars fighting for P3. P2 and 3, it's absolutely incredible. We're on the back of Kvyat, looking for the overtake through the Maggots and Beckett section. We get a great run here, we're going to slip it up the inside. He's left the door open. Oh, what a brilliant move that is. That is not an overtake in place usually, but we just slipped it through. I was buzzing after this overtake, it felt so good. And there was actually a bit of contact behind us. The Red Bull has gone into the back of Kvyat, on board with Kvyat. He just understeers slightly, leaves the tiniest of gaps, and he moves across and the Red Bull plows into him. I think that was, yeah, it was Daniel Ricciardo here. We'll have the onboard to see what happened. Kvyat just moves onto the racing line. Ricciardo's got nowhere to go. He had the momentum, but no, it didn't work out for him, so he's got damage. I think he does go and pit again. And I know I've been complaining about Saubers this season, but thank you so much, Marcus Ericsson. He slows up Räikkönen, Hulkenberg, and Haryanto ahead of us, so Räikkönen's going for the move on Hulkenberg into turn 1. We dive bomb Ericsson. We've got to get past him. Hulkenberg's been hung out to dry. He's very slow though. We've got the run on the fresher tyres. We're going to go for the move through turn 2 here, around the outside. Can we get it done on our teammate? Oh, we have. What a brilliant move there, taking advantage of the situation. We're up to P4. This strategy is working very well indeed, and Sebastian Vettel is out of the race. He was joining the train of cars that we were involved in. We'll see from the replay. We come through. Hulkenberg, Kvyat, Ericsson, Verstappen, and Vettel was joining the party, and his engine's gone, so yep, he will not be joining us in this battle. So lap 23, we restart. We're pretty close to P2. I can't believe how high up the field we are, considering how little pace we had on the mediums. So Haryanto's in P2, Räikkönen you think's going to overtake him. So I think we'll be trying to charge after Haryanto here for P3 on the podium. But we do need to watch out for Hulkenberg behind us. We can't afford lockups, because I think we're already taking these soft tyres a little bit further than they should be going, and it did show. We dropped nearly 5 seconds behind Haryanto, lap 27 here. Come to the end, we're seriously under pressure because our tyres are not feeling great. Behind us, Hulkenberg and I think it's the 2 Red Bulls, I'm not completely sure. No, it's Kvyat and Verstappen thinking back. But yeah, my front left, 62%. Hulkenberg, is he going to put us under pressure into turn 1? We have to go defensive because he's getting very close indeed, and he's made contact with the back of us. What is Nico doing again? And he forced us off the track. Nico Hulkenberg with teammates. How many times has he made contact with me this season? It must be like 3 or 4 times now. What is he doing? I leave enough room on the outside. He goes into the back of me, damages his front wing, and he takes a swipe at me to push me off the track. I can't believe Nico. What is he doing? There's so much room on the outside, but no, he just goes into the back of me. We're on the final lap as well, and I don't understand his driving at all. What is he doing? This is on board with Kvyat just behind us. You can see how much room there is on the right there, but Hulkenberg chooses just to hit me, and he doesn't even turn there. He really does force me off the track, and now I get an illegal overtake, so I'll have to let Nico back through. So I'm going to try and stick as close as possible behind Hulkenberg, even with the dirty air through this section, and then hopefully we can overtake him with DRS, because if he beats me now, then that is so unfair. I just really can't believe his driving. I mean, when I was battling with Palmer for the first 2 seasons, we might have made serious contact, maybe once, even twice. But Hulkenberg this season, he is just so aggressive. He makes so much contact with me. It's unbelievable. Oh, I don't know why I went for 3rd gear through that hairpin this time. I didn't do that on any other lap, but this is very important now. Rich Mix, Slipstream, DRS, can we get close enough to retake P4 off our destructive teammate Nico? He breaks later, but we've got the inside line locking up, and we're going to force him out because I just can't be bothered with his antics. It's just not acceptable. We're in the final sector now, so really, if I don't make a mistake, even on these one tyres, we should finish P4. Just keep the car in the middle of the track, keep it calm, and we'll be okay. Kevin Magnussen once again wins the Grand Prix. He is getting even closer to that World Drivers' Championship, which is incredible considering he wasn't in Season 1 or 2. Wow, that car is amazing. I mean, the former driver who built that car up, he must be something spectacular. But we're coming through the final corner. Just keep it clean, keep it on the track. Coming to the line, and at the Circuit of the Americas, the American Grand Prix, we have got P4. Strategic gamble paid off. Pitting under the virtual safety car, changing the compounder tyre. That's worked out very well for us. I'm glad I didn't go for the one stop in the end. But Magnussen takes the victory, and his nearest rival, Palmer, finishes in P9. So I just can't see anyone else winning the title apart from Kevin. Haryanto on the podium once again. Solid points for Force India, even with the contact P4 and P5. So decent points for us. And considering Vettel retired, that's going to be great in our Constructors battle with them and Red Bull. So in the driver standings, Magnussen 57 points ahead, 75 left to go, so it's nearly game over. We have extended our gap to our teammate to 8 points, but I think that's the battle to be looking out for really for the rest of the season. See if we can beat our teammate and yeah, build on that for next season. So you look further down, obviously beating the likes of Hamilton, Vettel, Rosberg, Season 2 champion Ricciardo. It's a brilliant feat, but Ricciardo's, I keep saying it, he's having a shocking season. He was my main rival last season, and he nabbed it from us. So, in the Constructors, look at that. Renault, I don't think have won it yet. Actually, they might have won it. Yes, they have. The quick math said they have won it. We are 1 point behind Ferrari, so battle goes on. So, if you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time out. Goodbye.